your pharmacist's name? When was the last time they made time to talk with you about how you feel or about how your medications could make you feel?
And we're not doctors, but we know enough to explain a little bit about what's going on with your condition and to combine that with what it is we think man has invented in order to help you fix that condition or make that condition easier for you.
If you don't have an answer to any of these questions, well, you're not alone. And chances are also good that you can't name a compounding pharmacist either. Meet Ray Carlson. He's a pharmacist who figured out that actually making the drugs and therapies necessary for people to feel their best is the best place for him.
I have worked every segment of pharmacy that this profession has to offer. I've done hospital independent, compounding, sterile compounding, home infusion. I've done pain management with pumps for hospice patients, home health care, consulting. I've seen a little bit about every little aspect of the profession. I gravitated towards this because I can be my own boss, I can call my own shots, and there's not 15 layers of bureaucracy to have to answer to in order to do what I think is beneficial for the community and the patient. So compounding, once I started to realize the importance of the endocrine system for people and how misunderstood it is, or just really little understanding of it that the average person has, then that became a task. You know, now we have this big education curve that how do you introduce the endocrine system, as though people don't have enough to worry about, you know.
The Carlson family has compounded over generations into a team of compounding pharmacists. His daughter Emily is the latest Carlson to join the cause.
When I knew I wanted to go somewhere in the medical field, I was definitely leaning towards pharmacy. That's all I ever knew. So my dad, his two brothers, I have a cousin. I think I might be the 8th pharmacist that, graduated in the family, so.
They make it their business to make sure you understand your health and well-being is their business. And they think outside the box, beyond what the big box chains can offer.
I mean, we have a lot of patients, sending cards, letters, just thanking us. I know we just dispensed a serum eye drop. That's for, dry eyes. Patients will actually donate their own serum that we compound into sterile eye drops. Serum has a lot of similarities to our tears as far as the vitamins, the proteins. So I just had a patient call me, it was last week, that completely changed his life. He's been doing, over-the-counter, natural tears, which have a lot of preservatives in them that people have sensitivities to, but it was just a world of difference. And it's cool to see that impact we can make.
RC Compounding specializes in creating therapies that the big box pharmacies do not make. The Lowville location is one of 2 sterile compounding labs in the state of Ohio. They make injectables for the eye. The Poland location focuses on hormone treatments that can solve big problems for everyday people.
We make stuff here that is not already made by a manufacturer, so to speak, okay? So there are certain needs that manufacturers don't believe are large enough in the United States or the world to have to go through all of the research and development to get a drug brought to market. It's very expensive to bring a drug to market.
They don't take insurance. By skipping all that red tape, RC Compounding is able to offer low prices on nearly everything they make. And the best part is that they invest their time as well as their knowledge into getting to the bottom of what makes us feel our best. And it usually starts with hormones and our endocrine system. They deal with erectile dysfunction and thyroid issues regularly, but their focus is on women and getting them to understand that finding a hormonal balance is inherently important to their overall health.
Autoimmune in females right now has gone through the roof. And it's a whole host of different disease states that come from it. If you can understand that maybe there's a way to see whether or not you're in that predicament, and if you are, okay, how to fix it is a totally different conversation. You're never going to get to fixing it unless you realize that you're there.
And it's amazing how you can see a lot of misdiagnoses out there, insomnia, depression, and you'll just be put on an antidepressant or a benzodiazepine to help you sleep, but really it could be just your hormones out of whack. Just the slightest imbalance of, these chemical messengers is what we call them, could really just play a big role in your whole quality of life. And it's amazing to see patients who come so far from an imbalance to being balanced, and they say, it's just a world of difference what it makes. It's, really cool to see, yeah.